What's poppin', good people? It's your boy, the boy Henry, back at it again with another video. And today we're gonna be talking about Unknown 9 Awakening and the tomfoolery that's following along behind it. You know, shout out to the good brother Will 777 JP. Head over to his channel, post videos quite regularly. But we had a stream the other day, or he had a stream the other day along with Nelson Gaming Culture. Head over there to that brother, and they invited me onto their stream, State of Game. And inside of that stream, Will 777 JP made reference as to this game here, Unknown 9 Awakening, that he was kind of keeping his eye on, looking forward to purchasing. Just wanted to really see what the reviews gonna be hitting for. And that prompted me to, look into the game myself. And coincidentally, the very next day they had a cinematic, I'm not sure if it was cinematic story trailer or just a cinematic to drop. Just for the sake of, calling spade a spade, it was a cinematic, and they displayed inside that cinematic some combat. You got to see the character, got to see a few abilities, got to get a brief look at the world, and it kind of set the tone for what the game was about. And so I watched the trailer, dope trailer, and then I leave my comment on there because I immediately wanted to then go find some gameplay. I wanted, because the abilities look super interesting, so I wanted to see it in action. So I left my comment, and right underneath my comment, it was some tomfoolery. DEI, SBI, whoa. It was a ton of that inside of the comments, and I ended up making a short about it actually, because I was just taken aback. There was no actual real criticisms or inquiries to the game itself. It's like these people saw a woman MC, woke DEI, SBI trash, right? And then I go over to, watch some gameplay, watch some combat. And I was even more interested, so much so that at this point, this will be a day one purchase for me, straight up. I'm just wondering how they'll go about doing a physical release. It's not going to be traditionally priced $60 or $70 game. It's going to be a hot 50. It's published by the boys over there, Bandai Namco. Shout out to them getting their diversity on as far as styles of games and genres of games they're selecting to publish. And so I'm watching that gameplay. It's tight. A similar situation underneath the comments. So I'm like, and then I come on over here to X, Mr. Musk's platform, formerly known as Twitter, and I type the game into the search bar. First two hits, same shit. Woke DEI, SBI nonsense. And I'm going to read for you right here this one, where it says Bandai Namco's latest sweet baby game, Unknown 9 Awakening, drops in 5 days and seems like another Concord flop. Why are we referencing Concord? I don't know. I don't know what is up with people not being able to. It died, bro. Let it rest in peace. Why we got to continuously bring up the game and shit on it when in fact it ran awesomely? For multiplayer game, ran awesomely. Next to no glitches, stutters, next to no negativity as far as performance wise. Also looked great visually. Character design aside, gameplay mechanics were solid. Character design was hot garbage. It is what it is. But anyway, there's almost no online interaction. Pre-orders are unclear, and only Steam comment the only Steam comment asks why they're making ugly women. Are you excited? Skull face, laughing emoji. Okay. First portion I want to tackle is this: why are they making women ugly? People who have been making this statement in regards to this character, they'll take a photo of the actress in pristine, dipped in butter, draped up, throw it out. She been, she done had the hair and makeup done. She had an event. She looking probably the best she will ever look to the public. You know what I'm saying? And then they'll come over here to the game and, find a steal or whatever, and then post beside that as if it's a fair comparison, because it's not. They put these women inside of these games and they want to make them, it's not that they're making them unattractive, but they're making them look, because let's be honest. Most people are average looking. Most women are average looking. They put makeup on and highlight certain areas, certain qualities within their face, and it make them look a lot better than they look. You know, and that's another thing too. It's like you could tell these dudes have never, like, have you never laid with a woman before? Have you never woken up beside a woman before? Like, when you take a woman out on a date, 9 times out of 10, after you go back to the crib, you know, well, I ain't gonna make it about that. All right, let's say you get with a woman, right? Most times she not gonna be made up. Most times she's just gonna be like natural, pajamas on, one of your t-shirts, and that's how she gonna be existing in your presence most of the time. You know what I'm saying? Women ain't just walking around. Like, have you never been to a grocery store? You don't see how women walk around? You know what I mean? In their natural state, they not walk around looking like that. Most of them, anyway, aren't walking around looking like that. You know what I mean? These people going for face scans, you getting what they face structure look like, and then they gonna make them look, at best, they gonna look pretty average. You know what I mean? They not in these worlds as supermodels. They not in these worlds as, you know, they just hopped off the red carpet, etc. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the times, these women, we see them and they all made up, glazed over like a Krispy Kreme donut. They don't really look like that. That's not how they look. You know what I'm saying? So to then act as though their portrayal inside the video game, where they running around, is dusty, they fighting, they looking all disheveled, and they still supposed to look like they off of the red carpet. They're not making them look ugly. They just not doing that. They're not using that representation of them inside of the game. And of course you have some games where they just completely drop the ball as far as visually and the way the character look, like in Star Wars Outlaws. Their engine is garbage. They just need to throw that whole engine. It's called snow. They need to drop that bitch in the snow. That's what they need to do. They need to get that bitch up out of here, son. Go on over just do what everybody else doing. Go on over to Unreal 5, call it the evening, bro. Because they use that same game inside of X Defiant, and it's supposed to be a current gen game, or is it cross gen? I'm not sure. Either way, you play that shit on the current gen system, that shit look last gen, straight up. It don't look current gen whatsoever. Especially you look at a game like the Finals or this new game Off the Grid. It don't compete visually. It's just an ugly game. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I say all that to say about how the women, like, we can't just keep using these alphabet terms as blanket terms for anything that got to do with a woman MC, to be honest with you. We gotta get away from that. You know what I mean? Because at this point now, it's become so overused that whenever there's a real issue, whenever there's a real situation that could be brought to attention, people ain't checking for it for real, bro. Outside of the people that's already in that, that's already contributing to the snowball effect of the bullshit, other people ain't taking notice. Other people don't give a fuck. Because you just been beating people over the head with everything is woke, everything DI, everything SBI, and it may not even be the case. Now, if you done your research and it comes out to be the case, and then it turns out to the people that worked on this game and said, you know, they done said what they done said, and you don't like that, then showcase that. Don't just sit up here posting screenshots talking about this is this when you don't even fucking know. You don't even fucking know. And again, like, majority of these motherfuckers ain't playing these games no fucking way. They not playing these fucking games no fucking way. They doing all this anti-woman shit and when it comes to these fucking games. But if you give these motherfuckers the opportunity to create a character, they gonna create a bitch they wish they could fuck. Soon as they hop off in that screen, that's what the fuck they doing. So it's inconsistent and it's fucking weird, bro, to be honest with you. You can tell, like, these individuals have never gotten attention in life ever. So they finally get a little bit of attention from something. Then they just all in, baby. We all in. We farming today, baby. That's what we doing. What game came out and it got a woman MC? Oh, she don't look like how she did when she was on this movie premiere carpet? She don't look like this? Oh yeah, I got them. I got one for the boys today. I got a post for the boys today. Let's drum up some interactions. The shit don't hit, bruh. The shit does not fucking hit. Then if you going down into, you doing your fucking due diligence, you doing your work, you get inside your Jason Schreier bag, you do your research, and then you present the information you find. And hey, if you got some motherfuckers in that bitch talking about, yeah, we trying to make the male audience uncomfortable, all this other stupid shit they be saying, post that shit, bro. Cause those folk got the wrong fucking idea when they drop inside of making these fucking games. Then they drop the shit flop. Then they want to blame the very people who they were talking shit about in the first fucking place. That's been plaguing the comic book and movie and TV industry for years at this point. And now it's finally come to a front where, you know, and also don't get it twisted, it's still mostly men who supporting all this stuff. The people who is supposedly catering to and for, they not rushing out here to support this shit. So you out here shunning a good portion of the audience you could have who are willing to fucking pay you for the sake of some motherfuckers who ain't gonna go out and see your shit and support it no fucking way. Now when we get the opportunity to bring shit like that up, let's do it. But a lot of this shit is fucking baseless. A lot of this shit is just whack. It's weird. It's baseless. Like the anti-woke tubers, bro, they being so irresponsible with their platform so much so, and they actively contributing to the desensitization of the shit that they're trying to bring to the forefront because they just landed on so fucking thick. Like, bro, it's okay if you gotta go a week without making a video. You supposed to be a fucking gamer anyway. Upload some fucking gameplay. They don't want to do shit except play Party Animal, party type game. That's all the fuck they want to do. Which is fine, do that. But they out here criticizing game types. They out here criticizing games that they weren't gonna play anyway. Not saying that you can't criticize games. Don't take that. Don't take that away from what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, because you can very well criticize a game you ain't gonna play. You see it. You see some gameplay, animation janky. Criticize that shit. You voice acting seems off. Criticize that shit. It's not current gen and they charge $70 as far as visuals. Criticize that shit. Shit you can see, shit you can hear. Criticize. You can 100,000% criticize that type of shit. But to just sit up here and see a character upwoke, especially when there's no real sign of that being the case. This is just I'm not gonna try to even guess, but it's just a chick in the clothes that seem to fit the environment, seem to fit the theme of the game. Got some cool ass fucking abilities, doing a lot of running around, fighting, getting disheveled, jumping around all over the place. Like if you was watching some gameplay of this game, the visuals don't seem up to par. Criticize that. You know what I mean? It's janky in it. Criticize. You know what I mean? You get what I'm trying to say. But if you're gonna sit here and say, "Oh, SBI," well, where are developers talking crazy then? Where are the developers that were talking crazy? When it came to Concord, they was able to pull it out. And that person got, I'm talking about Snowdrop need to get dropped in the snow. That person got dropped in the snow. They got that person to fuck up out of there. You know what I mean? It just, at this point, bro, I'm just over it, bro. I'm really just over it, bro. Because, you know, initially when stuff like this pop up, I'm not really one to engage in the shaming of certain people, because it's good. It's truth on both sides, right? Like, the people who are complaining about this stuff have come from a place of having something to complain about. You know what I mean? So I was always willing to at least hear them out, or if they have some information, I'm gonna read it. For sure, I'm gonna read it. But it's got to the point now where there ain't no information being presented. Motherfuckers just out here just saying shit. Just saying shit. Just so eager for the next viral post. Just so eager for the, you know what I mean, for their next Twitter check, their next YouTube check. Like, bro, it's so whack to me, bro. I ain't gonna drag this on any longer. That's really all I wanted to say. game called Unknown Nine Awakening. Look up, they got gameplay out, they got trailers out. You might fuck with it. Might be something you fuck with. You know what I mean? I've seen some interesting looking abilities. They got stealth. It seems to be they got like stealth sections, or either she can leverage stealth at any point in time. I'm not really sure, but I'm interested in picking that bitch up. So I'm gonna be playing that motherfucker, bro. I'm gonna be playing it. But that's all I got for you right now. I'm not gonna drag it on any longer. I will catch y'all in the next one. I'm gone.